Hello everybody, we are live. Welcome, we'll be getting started in just a second. Not sure why the screen froze. That's a new one. What happened? There we go. Alright. That was bizarre. We'll be getting right into it. No hesitation, no delay. There's obviously a stream delay for safety and legitimacy reasons, but we are going to be playing Snow Peak. Hello and welcome. This is the ranked league. We are playing pickup ranked teams. These are teams that are assorted by MMR and cherry picked into squads and then forced to compete gladiator style. Make sure we have everything up and running. Everything's good in the back end. That's working. That's working. We're all good. All right. So Mad Outdoors and Kite Surf have pushed out into Horseshoe. We've got early gunfire in the long angle. I want to take a look over at where that is. Zero. Taking shots at somebody. Taking shots at who? Zero might be shooting ghosts. He is 100% shooting ghosts. There is nobody at his angle. Interesting. Let's head back to Horseshoe. As this is where the next engagement is going to go down. Antics around the corner into Hoochie. Kite Surf ready at the corner. Explosives. Boom! There goes two. Kite Surf coming out to confirm. Finishes one. Can't reach the other. Mano around the corner. Does not confirm the second. Hoochie stays quiet. Smokes come out. Mano gets the res. Util comes out. Lies short. Doesn't matter. There's nobody in the hallway anyway. Right, getting his kill and satisfied with that kill is going to rotate back onto uplink and bolster their numbers. Up 5 versus 4. Hoochie and Mano in position. At the ready for the push-up. There's no wide push coming out of Horseshoe, but there is a push coming out in the fields. And there's those shots coming out towards Oopsie. Oopsie is about to come into a gunfight. Gets picked off by Mano. Mano standing on top of the barrels just to get that last little bit of extra height. Hoochie throwing flashes in. Again, fighting ghosts. Speaking of fighting ghosts, Kale now pushing up towards Zero. Zero's finally going to have a target. Let's take a look over there. Here's that push-up. Utility at the ready. Throws over. Gentle bounce. Gonna catch Zero. Oh, perfectly done. Look at that arc. Unbelievable. Hold on. I'll put that back on the screen, damn you. That went straight up, bounced off the top, and landed right behind Zero. Absolutely incredible. As Kale's gonna make that push up into Aqua Fighter. Shots coming back and forth. He's gonna be playing peekaboo. Gamer's able to give out the callouts because he's only down. That's the finish. Aqua unable to punish. Long angle from Mano coming up. He's now pushed past Horseshoe. He's now going to contest the front door. Beautiful grenade from Hoochie. Going to take down corner if there was a player there. Hoochie and Kale both perfectly landing their utility. Hoochie's going to rush into death. This is the hard part, is this final cross into uplink. Patience and metered aggression are going to be what's necessary here. They need to be able to make their push all at the same time to overwhelm the defense. Otherwise, you're just going to throw bodies at doors. Kale in position, here we go. Util, smoke. Front door smoked. Mad Outdoors has to be careful. Same with Aqua. Sri Lankan ready at the far side. Kale makes it in.
Footsteps in the north.
Footsteps in the north is oh so correct. I don't think Aqua realizes just how correct that is. As Kale is in on Link, probably memorizing code? No, he's just waiting for his opportunity to take out the cross here. Staying really tucked. I like that. Gonna catch a defender off by surprise. already being inside. Here's the timing. Smoke runs out. Matt sees him. Able to catch his elbow. Kale, too much faith in that little position. Could not make enough coverage out of it. Weirdly, I think standing up might have changed the hitbox a little bit differently to give them a better opportunity, but that is a tough situation. You've already made it in. I think coming around that backside is really important. Mano finally making his push. He's going to play it slower and see how that goes for him. So something to note, if you make this push in and you do have this front area smoked out, you want to make this cross back behind here. If you're going to do it quiet, you got to do it quietly as heck. But you want to make it all the way into this back line. You don't want to stagnate at this front door because it is just so dead to all of these angles on the far side. Have to be careful. As Mano is going to approach. He's going to do it raw. Really exposed. Aqua not holding that angle. There's the C4 to finish. As that is going to be the first team going the way. Let's take a look at those scores. You get a nice peek behind the screen here. All right. Top for the team on defense. On offense is going to be Matt Outdoors. No, that is defense. I can words. And top for the offense is going to be Mano. So we got Mano versus Matt Outdoors today. Make sure I got the right teams. You get to see the tent for a second as well. All right.
Go play out on the lake. You're gonna go to the lake, perfect. I got the other side. Yeah.
We'll be right back. Not much tends to happen early, although they do have quick spawns. So you know what? We'll change the names afterwards. Those of you watching Mano versus Matt Outdoors, don't let me forget. Uchi on the push out. Could catch a bunch here.
Quick spawn.
Calls it out. He does hear it. We got one straggler in the form of Kite Surf rotating to the far side. He's going to have to really move fast in order to get value out of it. The good news is the entirety of the defense is now repositioned to shut down quick spawn. Here we go. Matt Outdoors taking it cautious. He's expecting a push out. Daisy right around the corner. Want to see Kale's angle, but I don't want to miss this. That's the shot coming from Kale. Daisy goes down, does not get fully confirmed. It is Sri Lankan and Kale on the backside. Let's take a look. Running back and forth.
Can, but it's unlikely.
Interesting. Gets that knock, goes on the aggressive, gets the alternate angle to try and catch another. I like that. As Zero is taking it slow, Daisy isn't going to be rezzed back up yet because it's not a safe res. Kale's going to watch the interior line. There goes the res. Quiet. All is quiet in the world of Onward as Sri Lankan has decided to go for a deep flank, leaving Kale behind to take down the entirety of the offense. But he's got a great vantage point. This is a less commonly cleared angle. You have to clear every angle as you push up this. And this, when you're cutting corners, you tend to forget about this little nook, this crevice that Kale is playing. Kale is notably right-handed, so he is going to have a bit of a disadvantage on the peak. Not to mention, he doesn't have a lot of distance to the corner, so he isn't going to have full peeker's advantage. Antics is going to take down 2 on the push-up with a flank. Surprising, even the caster catching up behind. He's about to run straight into Matt Outdoors. Gamer pincers him in. Antics punished. That is a 2-for-1 trade off that flank. Kale peeks out, punishes Matt Outdoors. And just like that, offense is left down to 2 players. One on the full flank, about to run into Sri Lankan. Let's take a look. Kite Surf has no idea a player is going to be playing this far out because why would he? Sri Lankan in position for an easy punish. Boom. Just like that, Kite goes down, Sri Lankan goes for the full flank, and the last player goes down to a trade with Hoochie. GG. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. I'm just going to change the team. OVL needs to make magic happen. Patrice, great utility, flashes potatoes, swings, gets taken out by Angel. Position to give call-outs. Jay flashes Phenom here. Oh, he's going to slow push directly into him, and Phenom's going to clean him up. Smoke comes out from Elmo. Falls short. Antics on the roof. That's going to be a punish from Ringo as he's overextended to the roof. AK is going to get the refrag. Nicely done. Is AK watching it? No, he can't see. Zepon's in cap position. The smoke runs out. No! AK, take the shot. He can't see him. He takes down Timmy instead. No corner, takes two. Would have been legendary. Extra flash. Nobody's over there, but Phenom's going to use it to reposition. That could cost her. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Next objective is going to be the south side objective in the south side alley. Alley? Did I say alley? Valley. Southside Valley. The alley of the wilds, if you will. So we see heavy push up into Pillbox. Daisy pushing it to the south. Gunfire. Sri Lankan on the far side trying to get a pick. Does not catch.
But he's like between me and you, straight up.
Calls out Daisy on the crossback. Speaking of, Aqua and Matt are pushed out, but not that heavily pushed out. Let's take a look at it. There's the angle. He's going to be playing that far side. Aqua on Hesco's by himself. Kite Surf direct on Link, that final position. Aqua is going to have a big gunfight coming up in just a little bit. It is going to be him against the world. Sorry, them against the world. As we see Antics and Aqua. Antics notices him. Drops down immediately, doesn't want to get his head picked off. Shots come out. Aqua almost goes down to Mano.
Yeah, there's at least two over in bunker.
Antics about to peek out. Whoa, what the heck was that?
One moving towards Horseshoe from the north.
It is quiet, too quiet. So that is going to be the retreat coming from Aqua into an alternate position with Mad Outdoors, who has just crashed to uplink to support. This is now suddenly much safer for the defense. You'll love to see it. New York, New York. I gotta get a DMCR strike.
The bunker guys.
Does whistling count? As Sri Lankan is going to take down Oopsie Daisy on the far side. That is huge. It's going to allow the push up. That's going to be the kind of flank and pincer necessary. Antics on the push out. Goes ahead and gets Mad Outdoors. Aqua gets Mano. Commits for Antics. Catches another. Looks like the defense is going to come out on top in that exchange at the cost of some bodies. And we see Sri Lankan is now rotating back. Kale all the way back across Ice Lake now. Looks like it's going to be a full reposition to try and approach this from a different angle. As we see, Hesco's has been quiet until it's not. Everything explodes, and then we switch gears. Now we see the south push. Is Daisy still down? Yes, that's going to be call-outs coming out. I want to see that location here. Daisy down in the south, definitely called out. Yeah, that is call-outs. As Kale is going to be known, Kitesurf is going to watch that angle. Here we go. Sri Lankan still on the far side. It's going to come down to it. Come back over here. See. Heavy gunfight about to happen on the far side. It's Sri Lankan. Aqua Sri Lankan. That's the shot from Zero. Gonna take him down. And where did... Holy cow. Kale made it all the way past. Gonna take down Aqua on that backside. There goes Hesco. 45 seconds on the clock. Can Kale do it? It is now a 1 versus 2.5. Correction. 1v3. And Daisy is gonna absolutely destroy Zero. No reses on my clock. Kale making that final approach. Gonna be called out, but I don't think they're in position to stop him. Take the shot! Kale's on Link. Kale took the wrong route to Link. Kale's still on Link. 1,000. 2,000. It's not soft cover. 3,000. Kale! He's panicking. I'm beginning to think he didn't memorize the code. As that is going to go the way of Matt Outdoors' team. Unbelievable string of gameplay from Kale on that push out. Unbelievable luck. All the defenders had rotated off of uplink to get the res. And then, unfortunately, just at the last second, wasn't able to get it in. Sometimes you just, all it takes is you got that one number wrong. You thought it was a 6. It turned out to be a 4. You inputted it 3 times. And then you go back and look and realize that 4 was a 6. And now everything's all gone to crap. What a play from Mano's side, though. I couldn't say it better myself. You should have had it. There's nobody to blame but you. I'm sorry. It's okay, though. It happens to the best of us. Mano is going to contest. They are going to get the east side spawn. So this is going to be a lot happening on Mano's side in a very short amount of time. He's going to be the main line of defense as we see Horseshoe, early explosives to try and shut that down. We'll come back to Mano in just a second. Let's take a look over there. Kite surfing Matt. Pushing into that entry side. Oh, that's an M203. I see. Using to clear the area on the push in so they can get here safely without the push out. What we want to see is over there. So let's head on over. Oopsie daisy. Sri Lankan around the corner. Could catch her by surprise here. I think that's exactly what's about to happen. Sri Lankan could get picked off by the teammate though. As Zero's pushing up, Sri Lankan could get caught with his pants down, so to speak. It's going to be really hard to catch both of this action at once. I'm going to do my best. That's going to be the angle that Daisy not making noise. Sri Lankan does have nice cover in the form of these mounds. These lovely mounds. Shots from Uzi. Sri Lankan peeks him at the onward timing. Hoochie takes a bullet. Beautiful grenade. Timed. Cooked. Lands. Boom. That's going to be a knock. Aqua going to punish Sri Lankan, however, on the refrag, and Daisy now resable. Perfectly cooked. Didn't give them enough time to rotate away. It was solid. But unfortunately, once you've thrown that grenade and you've gotten that hit, that gun needs to be back up immediately. Unable to get the punish. Aqua now has the opportunity for a res. I don't know if they want to burn the 2 points on a smoke to do it, but they have several of them.
Yeah, I saw him.
You've got them for a reason. Use them. I would happily trade 2 points of a smoke to get a whole body back on the field any day of the week. Aqua's going to rotate out, knowing Zero has their back. That's going to be the res. That's huge. Grenade comes out. Wow, beautifully landed on the little boxes there, but unfortunately, there was no player on sandbags at that time due to the res. That being said, Hoochie, beautiful grenade. Zero pushing on around that outside now. Mano's team down to 3 players.
Yeah, watch out for the guy near the Hescos.
Yeah, Hoochie called out at Hescos. Daisy on the push out. We see the far side here. And that's going to be shot soon up at the north. Let's take a look. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wrong person. Who are you? Mano. I knew that. There we go. Mano about to have an engagement. We'll be bouncing back and forth between Horseshoe and this. Horseshoe.
No, I'll throw some.
Aquafighter and Daisy trying to push out towards Hoochie. They don't have to worry about a flank, which is nice, but they have to be very careful. If Mano goes down first, however, that could really hurt the defense not being able to have this long cross covered. Smokes on Link. Hoochie goes down! Now we head back to Mano. Mano's eyes on back towards Uplink and Horseshoe. He's going to rotate down, and that's onward timing at its finest. Matador is going to punish. 5 players up, all running to the uplink right now. Kale needs to get back there immediately. Checks his tablet. Nobody's alive. Kale just wants to die here. Aqua on the final cross. Nobody's contesting. Beautiful flash. Gonna slow him down. Shots come out, and that is it. Crash before death. Crash before death. Death before cap. There we go. I can words. And just like that, the round is going to go over in the best possible way. We thought maybe that could end up in a cap. It did not. So that is best case scenario for Mano's team. However, they are now 1-3. They got to pull it back. I've seen crazier. We'll be right back. It's a beautiful grenade. They have 3 defenders to break in order to do that. Antics is going to come in any minute now. Here comes the cleanup. Timmy gets taken out by Jay. It's just Rango, and Antics is about to finish it. There is no way he's ready for this. There it is. Shot. Boom. There it is. Phenom now has to watch the back. He's going to swing in. Antics gets punished. There's the refrag. Jay still holding the angle. Phenom's going to go out. That's going to be another refrag. There it is. Just like that. Last player goes down. Yeah, no quarters has 1 player. Raging Moth 4 up on Marsoc round. Timmy needs to shut everything down by himself, and he has shot his weapon. He is exposed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It is going to be the inside objective on Pipeline. Here we go. Matt Outdoors only needs 1 more win, and they're on the Volk side. This is a Volk favorable objective. However, captures on this objective are not unheard of. Those 2 boxes next to the uplink can be capped on anywhere around those boxes on either side, making them the prime suspect for the majority of caps. You see, it is going to be the south spawn, straight south, or Marsoc. Let's see this push. Hello. Thank you. Not sure why it didn't switch back automatically. Is that a riot shield on Mano? Let's go. That is an interesting strategy, and one that is allowed in this, so we'll see how that goes. Antics on the push-up, and in the far side, it looks like Hoochie and Kale. We'll get those guys in just a second. Antics on the push-out. Here we go. This is important. You have a riot shield. Wait for him. Good pre-fire coming out from Antics. There we go. Mano with the riot shield. This is a completely safe push so long as there isn't a C4 somewhere. Why do I get the... Why do I have a bad feeling? I didn't see a C4 go up.
You gotta look straight while I peek this corner, okay? I am.
Mano. That polite advice. See the push out. Looks like we've got engagement coming in the north. We'll come back to this in just a second. Uchi about to run into Oopsie Daisy. There goes the explosives. Oh, this is going to happen simultaneously. That's the shot. Oopsie hits her boundary, manages to survive. Shots coming out. There goes Antics, going to take down Matt Outdoors. Mano in position. Aqua Fighter trying to stop him. Able to get past the shield. Flash catches Aqua. And there goes Antics on the cross into Gamer Zero's crosshairs. Heavy gunfire coming out. Huge gunfight. Let's head back up into the north side as Kale and Hoochie are now chasing down Daisy. Aqua's going to take down Mano. This is looking the way of Matt Outdoors' team now. Daisy crashing all the way back to Link. Hoochie and Kale have to slowly push because they're assuming Daisy's around every corner. Daisy getting absolutely saved by her boundary, clipping her back into position.
Yep, he's trying to find me.
Yep.
Trying to shoot.
For those of you that aren't aware, Onward is played in virtual reality. I mean, those of you that are watching here, odds are you know what Onward is, but it is a virtual reality game. So if at any point you're moving around in your boundary ever so slightly, or if you get too close to the walls, the game has a tendency to clip you out of them and like snap you away. Seemed to be what happened there. Daisy getting snapped to the corner, snapped out into the open, and then snapping back in to survive. Did not seem to be intentional. Hoochie makes the cross, but now they've got two crosshairs watching their angle. Aqua and Oopsie. This is going to be a rough push. I don't want to head over there because I want to see this. There it is. Oopsie Daisy takes down Kale on the slow cross.
Nice.
Hoochie going in for the res. Exposed. Gets the res. Kale gets a moment to see the sunshine before getting sent back down to the depths. Shots come out from Hoochie. Almost catches Aqua. Flash comes out. Shots coming into the backside as Sri Lanka gets the full flank, but Kite Surf shuts it down.
Don't kill me, don't kill me. I'm friendly.
Kite Surf crossing back to Link.
I think there's
Don't kill me, please. Uchi takes down Daisy, almost catches Aqua, who has been tagged once. It's going to be a back and forth and back and forth. Shots going out. Uchi gets the angle, but unable to get that pick, and that is going to be Matt Outdoors taking Snow Peak. Round 1. That is your map 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be deciding map 2 in just a hot second. Give me 1 second to get those options up for you so you can see what we have to choose from. We'll be right back. There goes the grenade. Nova and Kami go down to Bubbly Toucan's grenade. Bubbly Toucan now on Link takes down another. Rolly's going to take down Kaz by accident. That's a push out. Flash catches TK. Rolly swings wide. He's going to punish him. Ho, 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 ho. Let's come out over comms. Nova in position. A lot of heavy push up. There goes Kami taking out TK. Bubbly's about to push into Nova. Bubbly does get the refrag. Nova pushes out. Rolly pushes out. C4. Will he catch Fire Team on the inside? There's the U-tail. It bounces off the wall. I think that's a grenade. Oh, it only takes Willie. That is Fire Team down. Here he comes to come in and clean up. He's going to swing. Killbox mobs. Ability to take control. So long as Killbox can keep control of that guard tower, and speak of the devil, there goes Bubbly Toucan. That's going to cost them. Yuto flashes Ringo. Nolo's going to use it to reposition. 1,000, 2 1,000. Ringo's no longer blind, but he is deaf. There it goes. Flash doesn't seem to catch Nolo. Might have caught him. He's going to re-flash. Ringo's blind. Nolo has no idea he's there. There goes Ringo like a snake. A lot sooner. Select Bot is going to take down Shinobi. Classic detective with unlimited means of money at their disposal. You'd think they would have found their parents' killer a lot sooner. Select Bot is going to take down Shinobi. And that is forever gonna be stuck in that clip is me talking about Batman. You gotta be quicker than that. Oh, oh. Peas. Here comes the push
I
out.
don't
seem to be able to see what the map choices are.
so I
Beautiful
don't know what this got
utility
picked
that
over, but it
catches him
looks like
completely off guard.
Next map
He's
is
going for
to
it.
be
Sand. Right? This map's called Sand, right? I can't tell. It's this map, whatever this map is. You're welcome. Can you tell I don't play on this map? Ever. Hale pushing around the outside. Two trailer park girls. Gonna run straight into Mad Outdoors in a second, so we'll see how that goes. Mad Outdoors on the push out. Comes those footsteps from Kale. Long line. Where'd he go? Oh, he backed off inside. Interesting. Alright, so it looks like Matt is going to get to be able to push this for free. He does hear the footsteps, however. He is going to swing. That's the call out. Matt Outdoors, been fully called out by Kale. Not sure how much of a difference it's going to make as we see heavy control of the center from Marsoc while we were away. Antics in position on second floor of Garage. Garage Mechanics? I don't know the callouts. Of that place with the mechanic shop inside. Daisy gonna get taken by surprise by Antics from second floor. Zero on the push out on the outside. Heavy control of center coming out as Sri Lankans just outside of Kitesurf's view. Laying on the outside wall. Nice position to try and catch the crash back in. However, that is such a long crash to this uplink. If things go wrong, who do we have on the uplink? We have Mano. We have Mano. Also Mano. And maybe Hoochie. But mostly Mano. That is an interesting strategy. Who was it that was out here? Mad Outdoors could have easily rotated to uplink and only had to contend with one singular player. Instead, Mad Outdoors gave up a very valid push to the finish line on this uplink. Alright, maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like this is the shortest distance to uplink and the safest area to push it. Is it just me? Am I crazy? Zero is going to take down Antics while I'm ranting about confusion of this map. Again, I don't play this map. Maybe it's horrible. Maybe that's like the worst way to push it. But I can't help but feel like 2 flashes and a smoke is a cap on this. Mano easily get flashed from over the wall as well as anybody else. And then if you smoke up the area, it's just bullets with lots of cover. Am I crazy? Anyway. It is currently 3 versus 4 for Marsoc. Hale has the long line controlled along with Hoochie, who's trying to control to second story, try and keep them away from this back wall before uplink. Hale having his back. There comes Sri Lankan back to crash at 2 minutes 26. Yeah, see, like, at the 4-minute mark, you can get here and there's no defenders. Now Sri Lankan's going to push out, try and clear out the back area, listen for footsteps, and echolocate his way as he uses his tablet as a dowsing rod. A grenade entirely on vibes comes out from Gamer Zero, and then Gamer Zero flashes the local bird population. Ida is not going to be happy about that. Another grenade entirely on vibes comes out. Flash comes out from Kale. Swing, gets a new position. Swings on Matt Outdoors. Matt Outdoors survives. Kale takes a bullet. There's the heal off. Matt Outdoors has to contend with Kale in this corner. Kale's dug in. Aqua and Zero ready to make the cross. Has to contend with Hoochie. They have to hope Matt Outdoors can clear Kale first. Hoochie's going to take down Zero. Matt has to watch that, but he knows there's somebody in the area in the form of Kale. One footstep is enough. Aqua's going to swing. Takes one. Kale, refrag. Matt Outdoors knows where he is. That's the push. I got a nice view of that wall just before the push. That's going to be the swing in 40 seconds left. 2 players up. Sri Lankan Mano. Is Sri Lankan still outside? Yes, but he's at the doorway now. That's actually good. That's good. That's good. I like that. You can swing on the outside. You can swing on the inside. Mano has a long cross. Been here since the start. Reliably the only real defender on the uplink. Everybody else has pushed out to great value as Sri Lankan goes down to Matt. Mano swinging on Matt. Flash and swing to a trade. That is right. Round 1 is going to go down to a trade. Unbelievable. As we're going to get reset for the next round. Let me get the team names changed. We'll be right back. Flash 1. Flash 2. He's going for it. What is this man on? Can't back off because of this. There goes 1. Ring Monster goes down. Peas is going to overextend. He's doing it blind. Grenade. There goes Nola. Side. Ringo's just holding at the door. I think with a knife. All right, just like that, we are back. No planning necessary. Here we go.
Okay, I'm following you. I'm just gonna be near it.
Oopsie daisy, not super familiar with the map. Is going to be playing whatever Matt does. I'll have what he's having.
Alright, okay, come here.
Actually, wait, this applies to me too, because I also don't know this
Right
map.
here. And
Yep.
just Stay low so they can't see you from a distance. You're watching that door.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, right here. That's the angle. Oh, nope, and then she immediately rotates off of it. So what you're doing is you want to stay below this sight line here. And you're watching into this box under here. So you can shut down the door. And you're low enough, you can't get picked off from the backside of here. Everybody got that at home? Good. Daisy, if you're watching this after the fact, now you know. Yeah, that's it right there. Because shots come out from Matt Outdoors. This is why. Nice and safe. Shut that one angle down as Matt Outdoors is going to push out wide. Doesn't catch one, though. Maybe pre-fire. As shots come out on the far side. Kale on the backside. Anybody here tried kale? The food, not the person. Always found it kind of bitter. It's like greens. Although I do love collard greens when they're done right. If they're done horribly, God, they're the most bitter thing in the world. But if you season the crap out of them, man, they're delicious. I suppose kale might be in the same boat. Antics come around the corner. Zero on the far side, Hoochie. Wow, they are right at the finish line already. Without contest. They've made it way too close. Maybe that's why you send out so many players on this uplink. You just need one person to cover the outer door, and then everyone else just pushes out and gets control of the main lines. This line does seem very open, very strong. So I guess if you hold this whole line down, there's no crossing it. And if there's no crossing it, there's no losing. Kite surf's in the open. Uchi just happens to not have the angle, but there's the sliver. Shots come out. The team knows where they're coming from. Matt Outdoors, ready on the outside, going to crash back in. Trying not to get shot by Oopsie on the pushback in. Needs to call that out. Aqua Fighter has that long line. This is dangerous. 3 minutes and 14 seconds of the clock is a lot of time to have when you're this close to the uplink. That being said, where's the rest of 1, 2, 3? We're missing one player. Where are they? See Aquamat. Where's Zero? Zero's playing basketball. He's going on an adventure. He's off to see the Shire on an adventure to look for the Marsoc. Daisy's gonna take down Hoochie. Look at that line. Sri Lankan M203s and pre-fires in. Refrag comes out. Mad Outdoor is gonna take down as well. Antics gonna get taken down by Aqua Fighter. More smokes on Link from Sri Lankan. So much pressure on Link. Luckily, it is just going to be the one player left in the form of Aqua. No, Aqua's down. Oh yeah, Zero. I forgot he was on an adventure. And there comes Zero. How was your trip, my friend? I hope you saw some amazing sights. As that is going to go the way of Mano's team. See this from... Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. This map was made for casters. Look at that. Open rooftop. With a couple of pieces of cover just so the grenades don't have a free entry. I love it. Speaking of, this is actually going to be very dangerous for flashes, I suppose. One good flash in the center seems to catch the entirety of the uplink. I suspect the goal is don't let him close. Name. Also, howdy y'all. Hello to Sonder. Sorry, I'm seeing this 6 minutes later and some change. The team names are pretty random. I've found as a ritual, whoever gets the highest KD on the first round of the first map gets the team named after them. Kale is going to take down Mad Outdoors. Shots come out. He's playing soccer courts. Did I call this basketball too? Wrong sport. I'm sorry. I'm in the US, we don't know the names of any sports. We get them all wrong. As Zero is going to take down Sri Lankan on the far side. Oof, we're all over the place here. Marsoc currently 4-4 with Volk. Antics in position, second floor. This is going to be the next pick, most likely. As I say that, Hoochie's going to take down Aqua Fighter. Height Surf about to push out using that utility. Uchi has the line. He's double checking that it's not a teammate. Mano has the corner, however. Zero could get the next pick from second story onto Hoochie. Antics running around Mad Lad in the open. Utility comes out from Kite Surf to try and make this cross. Flash into push. Grenade comes out at the worst time, but it's okay. Mano's got it as Antics is going to swing around the back of Zero, and just like that, Mano takes the round. And we get reset for the next round, which is coming any moment now. Those of you watching, if you haven't already, this is your reminder, grab some water, have a drink. Do it quickly because the round is going to be starting any moment now. Lampy, game audio is very low. It is automatically lowered as I'm speaking, and because I'm a huge chatterbox and won't shut up, the game is always going to be perpetually quiet. If I stop talking, you can hear the game. Utility overshoots or undercooked. Almost catches Aqua. Shots come out. Aqua drops down. Gives the position up. As Hoochie's going to take a one tap from Antics. Aqua's going to try and refrag for Hoochie. Antics flash rush.
Building.
Try and get that res. No. Antics going to commit to the top. Could get picked from Mad Outdoors or Aqua, but Mad Outdoors isn't going to overpeak that, so I suspect. Mano on the backside of Uplink. This is a pincer coming out. Aqua has to be careful. Mano's at the ready. Mad Outdoors hears it. There goes Mad Outdoors. That's the only person on Link. Mano has a free push to Link. Psych Kite Surf on the far side is going to take down Mano. Shots come out from Hoochie. Back and forth. Aqua, Hoochie. Oopsie on this backside, covering the cross. That's actually a really good cross coverage. What does that see? Sweet cheese. That's actually great cross coverage. Only has to worry about the flank around the backside, but Kite Surf has that. What a defense.
Outside of center building.
Mano going down to that final cross to Link. One smoke though, that would have been devastating for the defense. Sri Lankan's going to take down Aqua on the crash. As Gamer is going to take down Kale and Sri Lankan shutting down the rest of it. There it goes. This one is not over yet. We're going to get ready for the next round. Lincoln, you'll miss it. We're just down the way. This is a cool angle. I feel like this is this is the coolest angle. I'm 100% leaving a camera right here. Because that's awesome. Except not so close. Yes! Sorry, I turned into Jeremy Clarkson there for a second. Power, yes! Here comes the push-up. Immediate engagement coming out from Kale and Aqua, most likely. Aqua hears the footsteps, going to slow down. Kale doing the same. Zero on that backside, going on another adventure. Antics and Hoochie into center. Zero, main opposition. They don't have nearly as much cover, though. Zero's going to have the advantage on the speak out. Almost catches the backside of Kale, does not. Mad Outdoors at the ready. Antics on the backside. Whoa! Hoochie from downtown. Callouts coming out from Zero. What a grenade. Jump scares. Aqua pushing up. Gonna be able to likely get the res on Zero. Zero is fully in cover. This is what we call... I'm sorry. It's the lead. He's utilizing the cover in full limbo style. Unable to be shot. Gunfire coming out from the far side on Kale. He's playing back and forth. Has to be careful of the center line, but he's got teammates on center, so he doesn't have to worry about getting picked off. Comes the peak from Mad Outdoors. He's going to rotate around the backside, trying to get to Zero, as Aqua is going to go down to Hoochie. Mano's team might end this here and now. Zero back up. Uchi goes down to Matt, and Antics is going to get a refrag in the form of Zero going down. Beautiful grenade. Was it cooked? No, it was not a beautiful grenade, and it wasn't cooked. Flash catches Matt. Antics swing. You have 2 seconds when that flash goes off before they regain their vision. Matt Outdoor is able to regain his vision just in time to take the shot at the shadows in the darkness. 3 versus 3. 3 minutes on the clock. 3 people wanting to win. And 3 points on the line. Trying to make it a 3 to 3 for points. The word 3 no longer sounds like a real English word to me anymore. 3 sounds made up. 3. Nope, yep. It doesn't exist anymore. No such thing as 3. Out Outdoors trying to figure out his next play is going to make a decision. Kite surf. Quiet, low, and slow. Going to go across this no man's land for cover. Going to use these rocks as, if you look, he's nice and low, so these rocks actually do provide cover for him. However, here comes Mano's line. Surf has played this carefully. Hasn't exposed himself. Mano looks away. Objective just inside. Told you this was going to come into play. Mano swinging his arms. This is not the time to be doing that as Kite Surf is right around the corner. Mano caught off guard. He's on Link. Nobody else is. Kale, get back. Sri, get there. No! Just like that. Matt Outdoors' team is going to take the win. Listen, I'm not one to throw blame. Never, never. You'll never see me throw any blame. But it's genuinely not a good idea to swing your hands around like a schoolgirl waiting for the bus when you should be defending an objective. That has some video game guard energy right there. Must have been the wind. Oh man, if there was ever a Metal Gear Solid moment, that was it right there. As we get ready for the next round, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. I just want to change some names in the background. He's in the smoke. Yep. There goes the second. Flash does not connect. Pre-fire comes out from Shinobi in the back line. Select Pie. Fighting 1v5. Pounds pushes up. Very nice. C4 comes out, does not connect. Peas commits to the swing up top. This is a game of peekaboo. Shinobi takes down Peas, just Smith left. What a game! All right, last game's gonna be on Cargo. Here we go.
I'm not playing very well tonight. I'm not playing very well at all.
Here's the shot from Kite Surf. Has that long line. Hoochie holding in position. Mano pushes round lane 4. We're going to see a lot of overheads because this is Cargo. Too much happens too quickly. And we'll miss it if I go in with individuals. As shots come out, there goes Mano. There goes Gamer. Zero goes down to Antics in the center line push. 3 versus 3. Aqua on this back side. Has the long line. Antics and Kale. Gonna have to be careful. Aqua has the line. Kale does not push in. That is the call out from Aqua. Doesn't take the shot, but does see the cross. Gonna reposition. Grenade just misses. Watching that long cross line. Love it. As Kite Surf is gonna take down Antics. Sri Lankan's gonna down Kite Surf with that grenade. Oopsie. Counter grenade goes for the res. Aqua takes down Kale on lane 4. Sri pushes out into Kite Surf. Kite Surf has the cover advantage. You gotta hit those headshots when they have the cover. You have no other choice. There's a rule in first-person shooters called the 70-30 rule. Anybody in chat know what that is? I'll give you guys a second to throw it in there. All right. Hydrated, staying in my lane. Let's do this.
Yeah, look, he's killing, he just sat there.
Zero at the boxes. Hoochie on the push-up. Gets low. Zero makes it in safely. No contest on the long angle. Heavy utility usage on the far side. We're going to head over there. Kale takes one, gets refragged by Aqua. Shots fired. No heavy push back. We go back to lane one. Hoochie and Zero. Hoochie swings out wide. Zero's waiting for that one free pick before he makes any move. Hoping somebody is going to get overzealous and swing out. Does not happen. Antic's going to hold true. Look at those lines, though. Antics on that mid line. Second line as well. There goes Aqua. Doesn't overextend. Just sitting there. Hoping to get some free kills. There goes the grenade. Lands on Zero's back. Mano gets the kill. Antics gets the knock. Now Antics peeks out to try and get a little more and then decides against it. That's a good call. You're up 4 players. No need to throw bodies away. Of course, this is the ranked league, so getting that kill death always too enticing for players. They just want to get those juicy kills. Hoochie taking down Antics. Oh, Hoochie taking shots across at Kale. Hits Antics in the crossfire, and there goes Mano finishing off the last player on lane 1. As we get ready for the next round, let's see where we got for objective. It is Death Diamond. Oh no. We call it Death Diamond for a reason. If anybody's familiar with the shape of a diamond, you see this area right here? Anybody sitting inside this area dies to 1 grenade. Hence why we call it Death Diamond. Let's see it. This objective is known for the speed caps. It is not very defensive favored at all. Hoochie gonna take down Zero. Antics saved by the banister from a grenade. Kale's gonna take down Kite Surf. Just like that, it's a 5v3. Aqua holding position. There's the flash on Death Diamond. Mano's in the cap spot. Matt Outdoors. 1-1000. 2-1000. That was close. Matt Outdoors saves the round. Gets a shot off from Antics. Aqua swings out. Matt Outdoors and Aqua now have PTSD. Gonna hold, and the trade comes out from Hoochie and Oopsie. Aqua swings out on Antics. Antics swings. Refrag from Matt Outdoors. Sri Lankan pre-fire. Swing from Matt, and they take that round. That is not what I would have called. They were down 3-5 at the start of that. Coming back and taking the round on Death Diamond as defense. Unbelievable. Absolutely nuts. All right. Round 2 of Death Diamond. I was keeping count. It was 2 seconds. Actually. Here comes the swing out. Kite Surf, Hoochie, back and forth. Pre-fire from Met Outdoors. There goes the explosives, the smoke. Kite Surf flashes Hoochie, runs right past. 1-1000, 2-1000. Shut down by Sri Lankan. The smoke is slightly off. Great flash push. It is not going to equate to anything, however, as Sri Lankan's going to shut them down. Pre-fire into the smoke. Good job. Shots coming from the far side. Kale's going to take down Oopsie. Antics going to shut down Kale on the refrag. Antics very upset that Ooksie's been shot. Aqua on the inside, trying to get that inner line. Zero pushing out from lane 2. Aqua swings out, flashes, doesn't catch. Double shot from Zero, pushes to Link. Nobody's on Link. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. There it is. Just like that, Cargo shut down. You have to have bodies on Death Diamonds. You cannot leave it alone. All over, GG, Cargo goes down. Matt Outdoors side takes it. Unbelievable game. That is your game 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Firesoul and you've been awesome. Have yourselves a fantastic night. Bye-bye.